there you are, YouTube. Do subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. But if you did, I'd greatly appreciate it. Hey, so today we are going to watch the trailer for Beetlejuice. That's right, that word, too. We're going to watch the trailer. We're going to react to it. Mustache crawling all over my nose here. We're going to... My goodness. Get it out. It's like getting inside my nose. Okay, so we are going to watch this trailer. We're gonna maybe talk about it afterwards. I'm dressed for the occasion. I'm wearing an appropriate outfit. Can I even talk today? The Adam Maitland outfit right here. Alec Baldwin with the black and white plaid, and then of course the red shirt underneath. I forgot my Beetlejuice pin. I have a couple Beetlejuice pins and a sticker somewhere around here, but I don't know, that's okay. Also, when I was a kid, I had a Beetlejuice salon, a Play-Doh salon that I used to play with. But anyway, we are here to talk about Beetlejuice 2. Let's get into this. So we're just gonna play it here on my iPad as I react. And it looks like it's a Warner Brothers. I think I see the Warner Brothers logo here. And it looks like CGI. I don't think we want CGI for Beetlejuice. We want practical effects. There we go. Vermont. Is that Vermont? Deo. Jenna Ortega. Oh, right there. The Maitlands. That's where they perished. The mind of Tim Burton. Someone's dead. Mr. Maitland. No, not Mr. Maitland. That would be Mr. Dietz. I saw Catherine O'Hara. I saw Winona Ryder. The set. Oh, yes. The model set of the town. It's breaking open. That says Beetlejuice, which is the title of the movie. I see the hair.
The juice is loose.
The juice is loose. Beetlejuice. Oh, yes. Turned into two Beetlejuices. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, so let's get into that. I loved that little image. It was so short, but I saw something. What was it? Maybe it was when we see him. There was like a first look image that we got recently, and I was a little worried about it because I was like, it looks like him, but it also doesn't look like him, and I couldn't quite picture it or put my finger on it what the issue was. But
The juice is loose.
that's almost like, did you expect him to say it's showtime? I think it's probably good that they didn't do that, because that'd be too much of a little tip of the hat, and I don't like all the winking of the cameras movies do, you know, sequels, legacy sequels and stuff like that, whenever they're like, hey, do you remember that from the first movie? I don't like that. And I was expecting him to say it's showtime, but he didn't do it. He said the juice is loose, and I like that. I think that's good. That's a good tagline or something for this. And man, look at Lydia right there. Lydia Dietz. She is just like, uh-oh. But, oh, and what I remember from the image that they released prior to this trailer here, I felt like his hair was a little too thick. The way I think of Beetlejuice and remember him, it was thinner, like my thin hair up here, except for it was like in the back. But in the picture that they put out yesterday or 2 days ago, it seemed thicker everywhere. I mean, it's still thin up here, but it seemed thicker back here. Like, I wonder if they used a different, like, hair, probably a fake hair maybe, or it was just a little too dense or something, and when they punched it through the wig, because I think his hair looks more real in the original than it did in this promotional picture that they put out. Like, look at the sides of it. Look at the sides. It looks thicker and matted or something, where if you watch the first film, it's like thinner. And I don't know, I thought there was something a little artificial about it, but it wasn't bad. Speaking of artificial, everything there looked practical minus the Warner Brothers logo. So that's good. That's what we want. That's a Tim Burton movie. Like, for me, when I think of stuff like I don't know, his Alice in Wonderland movie. I fell asleep during that in the theater. I've only fallen asleep in a theater 3 times, I think, and that was one of the times. But that was just a CG fest, right? So here, this is what I wanted to get to. Because I was like looking at that promotional image, and that came out the other day, and I was like, I don't know if that looks like him. Mostly because of the hair. Oh, darn it, I missed. Well, and you can tell here, the hair is still a little thicker. But if you look at his face, that is the face of Beetlejuice right there. So, like, we can definitely tell, like, Michael Keaton is there, and the makeup looks pretty good. Does he have enough crusties on his face? But do you see what I'm saying? Like, look at this part right here. That looks a little thick. A little thicker than I remember. So if I have a complaint, it's that. But otherwise, I feel like I really like this trailer. I think that was great. And yeah, I'm trying to... The teeth, I think, look good. Didn't he have, like, crusties around here, too, I'm thinking? I mean, you can see him above there. But yeah, so his hair. Look at his hair. His hair here in this movie is making me think of what he looks like at Universal Studios. Like, if you visit Universal Studios and see Beetlejuice, it's just a little thicker. It looks a little more artificial than in the first film. The first film, I think they probably used real human hair or something. But man, this looks cool. So yeah, I kind of love this. I love that Deo is in this, is in the trailer. But also, are they actually singing that at Papa I keep calling him Maitland. Papa Dietz's funeral? Are they actually doing that? Well, and here, speaking of that bridge, speaking of the bridge, are the Maitlands in this movie? Are we going to see Alec Baldwin? Are we going to see Gina Davis, Barbara? Because at the end of the movie, it's like they live there, they've moved in, they live there. Maybe, you know, maybe it's like an unfinished business sort of thing. Maybe once they raised Lydia, they go to heaven or something. So their unfinished business was to raise a child. And then after they did, they go to heaven, maybe. That's my guess, actually, now that I think about it. So it probably does make sense that they aren't in it. So we aren't going to see Alec Baldwin in this outfit. I think it would be interesting if we did. But it probably makes more sense that they didn't, and I'm guessing here, it's speculation that once Lydia grew up and moved out, they like evaporated into heaven or something, right? Yeah, but I'm liking this. Everything looks practical, the town looks the same, but this is interesting. Maybe Papa Dietz really liked, you know, that experience of singing Deo. And, you know, like because at the end of the movie, he seems like a happy man, you know? Deliver me from LL Bean. You know, he's living in his LL Bean room, and having a good time. So maybe he did love that Deo experience and wanted it sung at his funeral. So there we have Catherine O'Hara. That's really all we see of her there. But everything looks practical. So it looks like they haven't been in the house for a long time. We have cobwebs up here. And then, you know, that's covered. So, yeah. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I think everything looks good. That looks like lighting, like like a light bulb down there. The juice is loose. So that's exciting. I think that's good. I love Beetlejuice. I've probably seen it 167 times, and it keeps getting funnier every time I see it. And I loved the animated series when I was a kid. Like, I watched that all the time. I was Beetlejuice for Halloween once when I was a kid. I like to watch it nearly every year. I mean, I probably, you know, if you are familiar with my channel, I guess what I'm getting into is, if you're familiar with my channel, in October, I watch like a horror movie or a horror adjacent movie. every day. My wife and I do that. We have like an advent calendar that we pull a movie from, and for years we had Beetlejuice in there. So that would always get us a watch in. But I don't think we've lately we've been putting in movies we'd never seen. So I don't know. But we'll probably see this one in the theater. I think Beetlejuice was a movie that I introduced my wife to. I don't think she had seen it until I showed it to her. So very proud that she liked that movie, because a lot of times I'll show her stuff and she's like, no, not for me. But that one she was really into and liked it. So I think this movie will be really good. I think we will miss a lot of the people in it that won't be, or miss a lot of the people that we know from the original movie that won't be in this movie. Do you think Dick Cavett will be in in Beetlejuice? Will Dick Cavett make it? I don't know. Is he still alive? I think he's still alive. Is Dick Cavett still alive? So yeah, what are you excited for this? Are you wanting to see it? Do you think it was a bad idea? I thought it was a bad idea until this trailer, actually. I know Michael Keaton's been saying it can't be a CGI fest, and I'm thinking, well, that's all Tim Burton makes anymore. That's all he does. And they feel lifeless. But here, what we've seen, I know it's just a little bit, it looked real, looked practical, and that's what Michael Keaton wanted. And that's what I'm seeing. So far, I like it. I hope it's good. I hope it's funny. I hope it's risky. I don't know how you do. Oh, gosh, I just realized what the movie's going to be. So, Beetlejuice's off-putting says a lot of off-colored jokes. Like, color, like, is off-color, is that a term? Why does that not sound like a real term? But anyway, he says a lot of jokes that, don't fly today. So that's probably what the movie's going to be about. And I don't know, that might be annoying. Like him doing what he does, and then the whole movie is, hey, we don't do that in 2024. But I don't know. I mean, I guess that's kind of, that's what happens when you have a movie that has such a huge gap in when the original one came out. So I guess we could probably expect to see a lot of that in the movie. And sometimes it's funny, like 21 Jump Street, that was funny when they did that. You had Channing Tatum. He was acting the way he acted in early 2000s, late 90s, and it wasn't acceptable in that time. And that conflict, that contrast was funny. So I don't know. I guess it does work also, but I hope the whole movie isn't that, because that'll just kind of be like, oh, okay, we all know times have changed. But who knows? I'm still excited for it. I liked what I saw with the practical effects, and I know we just saw a tiny bit of it, but right now I got my hopes up. I guess I should be cautious, but right now I got my hopes up. Anyway, tell me what you think. I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Beer Hangout.